Let us start with a new topic called friction. Now you must have already had some idea about friction, that what is it? We know that it opposes the motion of any body. Whenever a body is moving over a surface or whenever a body is moving in some fluid, it its motion is opposed by an opposing force. So we know that it is called friction. So let us just write the force which opposes motion or tendency of motion is called friction. So it is nothing but a force which tries to oppose motion. It can be classified into two categories. We can say that there are two types of friction. One is dry friction and another is wet friction. A dry friction is a phenomena which acts due to irregularities between the surface. We can write it here. It is a phenomenon which acts due to irregularities in surfaces of bodies. Example is when we walk on a road, then there are irregularities at the bottom of our feet and on the road also, and because of these irregularities dry friction come into play and we feel a frictional force in the opposite direction of motion. Similarly, there is wet friction. This wet friction is due to continuous collision of medium particles on body. An example is air friction. We all know that there is friction, the air offers friction to any body which is moving through it, and this friction is because of the continuous collision of air particles on the body. So this is called wet friction. Here we will study dry friction in detail. Wet friction will be studied in another chapter called fluids. So dry friction we are going to study in detail. So let us start dry friction. Now let us say that there is a body which is on a ground. This body is kept on a ground and it is at rest. Now the surfaces are rough. Although we are not able to see because the roughness is very microscopic in nature, so we are not able to see them with our eyes. But let us say that if we study these surfaces under a microscope, let us zoom this. If we enlarge it, we will be able to see the roughness of surfaces. The two surfaces in contact will be like this. This is the box, this body, and this is the ground on which the box is kept. Now you can see that there are several points at which the two bodies are in contact with each other. These are called point of contacts, and because of the interlocking at these point of contact, the roughness, both are rough surfaces, so they get interlocked with each other, and the maximum interlocking happens at these point of contacts. Now because of these interlocking, there is a opposition of relative motion. Now if we apply force on this box and try to move it, these interlockings will apply force on each other, and that force, the reactive force from the ground in opposite direction, that is the main cause of friction. So we can write it right here that interlocking of irregularities opposes the relative motion between surfaces. This force that is opposed, now let us say that if we apply force in this direction and box is trying to move here, then we know that at every interlock there will be a force in opposite direction. The box will, this interlock of box will apply force on the interlock of ground, and the ground will offer opposing force in the opposite direction, equal force in opposite direction. This force is, we can say, this force opposing the motion is called friction or dry friction. In this case it is called dry friction. Now whenever there are point of contacts, there are several forces which are acting in different directions. If we make this diagram again, then at various point of contacts there will be forces between the points of contact. Here the forces will be in this direction, let us say they are N1. Here it will be in this direction, N2 on this point of contact, N3 here it is, let us say N4. So there are several forces in all the directions whenever there are point of contacts. Now each of these forces can be divided into two components. Let us say this one, this force can be divided into two components. One will be in this direction and one will be in the vertical direction. Similarly, if we talk about N4, one force will be in this direction, one component will be in this direction and one will be in vertical direction. So all of these forces will have vertical component as well and the horizontal component as well. All the vertical components will be in upward direction, but the horizontal components can be towards left or towards right also. So some of them might cancel each other, some of them will add it to each other, but all the vertical components will be in upward direction. These vertical components, you can write here, that all vertical components will add up and support weight of body, and all horizontal forces will produce friction. So if there is a body on the surface, kept on the surface, then there will be a vertical component which will be offered by the ground in vertical direction. This component will support the mg of the body which is in downward direction. So this normal component that we have already studied in previous videos, it will support the weight. And if the body is at rest, if there is no force applied on the body, then the friction will be zero, there will be no force in the horizontal direction. But suppose if we start applying force, then these horizontal components will act towards this direction as a reaction because of third law of Newton, and that will be the friction F. So if we make free body diagram of this situation, then on the body there will be a normal force, and in this direction there will be a friction force. And if we find the resultant of these two forces, let us say R, then we can say that R is net contact force between body and ground. And of this contact force, the vertical force gives the normal force and the horizontal force gives the friction.